Entertainment World Soldier here, and I am back to talk about Star Trek Lower Decks Season 2, Episode 1, and my thoughts on this episode. Now, I'm going to start this off by explaining why this review is so late. I only just realised that this show had just been released, and I couldn't believe it. I looked on YouTube to try and see what if I'm behind. There must be loads of YouTube channels that have already talked about this. And it turns out there's barely anybody talking about this show. There is literally 2 reviews of it on YouTube, and you have to look for them to fucking see if anybody's talking about them. This episode, there is no excitement for this series. No excitement. Nobody cares. And this episode proves why this show should have been cancelled. How the fuck has this gotten a season 2? There is literally barely any interest in this show. From what I've seen so far on YouTube and Twitter, nobody cares about this fucking show. It's a fucking joke. Why you'd keep this show going, I have no idea. And I only just realised today, because I was on Amazon Prime and randomly I saw an advert for it. And I was just like, Season 2? Is that out yet? And yeah, it turns out it was. So, nobody cares to do reviews on this. I found 2 reviews, that was it. It's a joke. It's an absolute fucking joke, this show. It spits on Star Trek canon. It's not funny. It's trying to go for an audience it will just never get. And as I said in my other reviews on Lower Decks, they keep thinking they're going to get the Rick and Morty audience. That's never going to happen. You are never going to get that audience, Lower Decks. And by the way, Rick and Morty is not doing well itself. I think it's had like a loss in ratings because that show is basically the same shit most of the fucking time. I mean, I've stopped watching Rick and Morty because of that. There's like no excitement for it. But yeah, this show is a fucking disaster. And I don't think anybody cares anymore. But I'm here to do a review on it, so let's just get this out of the way. Terrible episode. They have learnt nothing from the first season. They are just still doing the same mistakes. Marin is still a bitch. Boimler is still an idiot. And the other 2 characters, who gives a shit? This, because of the ending mostly, and how fucking childish this show is. I just can't believe how bad it's gotten. It's a terrible episode. An absolute terrible episode. But let's get into the spoilers, because this is not going to be long, trust me. So the episode starts off with Mariner in a Cardassian torture chamber. Apparently this is how she does her exercises, because she can't go to the gym like a normal person. No, she has to be a weird person and go to a Cardassian torture planet to work out. Fucking stupid. So she escapes the torture place. She runs to a Federation ship. Oh, before she gets to the ship, she bumps into Boimler, who's there in a torture session, pretty much about lights. So trying to make fun about the lights episode from Next Generations, a fucking fantastic episode of Next Generation. They're trying to take the piss out of it, because that's all this show is. It's a massive piss take out of Star Trek, which I think most people have seen through. Fuck the people who wrote this show. Fuck them. She escapes the fucking planet. She grabs a fucking Federation ship. She blows up a bunch of other ships, escapes the fucking planet, gets chased by a couple of Cardassian ships. She gets interrupted in the middle of the chase for the Cardassian ships by an Andorian, who pretty much brings up the fact that she's doing this to work out, which is fucking weird. Yes, completely fucking weird. She then ends the program, goes to talk to her mother. Turns out she's not exactly happy with the relationship with her and her mother. I mean, okay. How is it over? She has a conversation with her mother about, the ship. I wasn't paying that much attention. I've got to be honest. Ransom, the second in command, doesn't really like the fact Mariner's getting close to her mother. He feels like he's being treated unfairly, or Mariner's getting treated better than him because he is just that pathetic. Really is that pathetic. So he's not really happy with their relationship there. They go to a planet to help them fix the dirt on the walls or something. I mean, again, I don't think they explained anything about the planet. They just go to a planet, beam down. Ransom has an argument with this politician who's trying to pick a number so the Federation can contact the planet, because apparently they've only just found this planet and this is the second contact, because as we all know, this fucking show is all about making second contact that important, because who gives a shit. Mariner beams down. She's been sent to do a special mission, which is to clean walls, apparently. While she's been cleaning the walls, she releases a god from some sort of fucking bull thing. The god thing goes into Ransom. Ransom then goes mad with power, starts turning people into himself, starts doing bicep curls with fucking trees, and this show just continues to go downhill. The episode keeps going downhill from here. He then attacks the ship because he's just pissed off that Mariner is the golden girl now and not him, because his ego is that fucking small. Jesus, or that big, I don't fucking know. And the Corona, not the Corona, what's the ship called again? It's the Cerritos flies phasers at him to try and boost his power, because Mariner has the idea if you boost his power, he'll use it all up and fall back down to the planet, because he leaves his body on the planet, but his head becomes this massive thing. That's how he's attacking the ship. Trust me, you'll find out why the bloody body is left on the planet at the end, which is so fucking ridiculous. He attacks the ship. He then starts to grow hands and grabs the ship. Mariner has the idea about, complimenting him. That may be a way to weaken him. So the captain does it. She starts complimenting him, and apparently that starts to work. But it turns out it's bollocks. It doesn't work. He then keeps going insane. And then Mariner has the massive idea of kicking him in the fucking balls, which apparently works. That's how you defeated him. A fucking god. You kicked him in the fucking balls. That's this show in a fucking nutshell. That's how fucking childish this fucking show is. That's how you defeat a fucking god. You kick him in the fucking balls. This show is a fucking joke. This episode is a fucking disgrace on Star Trek. How the fuck did this get past the writing room? Where they nicked this god complex from is from the fucking original series. From one of the best episodes. When fucking one of Kirk's crew gets a god inside him, it goes nuts, and then he has to defeat him. I can't remember what the episode's called, but it was a great episode to watch. Again, original series does it fantastic. Fucking Lower Decks tries to copy it, and fucking makes it ridiculous and stupid. And that is what this show is. Ridiculous and stupid. So Mariner was able to defeat a god by kicking him in the balls. Fucking stupid. And that's how the episode ends. Oh no, hold on. Mariner then has another chat with her mother. She puts her... They decide that their relationship is not great because they don't like each other. Mariner gets sent back into a prison cell because that's just Mariner. And then the last scene is just Boimler with Riker. And it turns out Boimler's not enjoying his new career on Riker's shit because Riker likes to fucking do shit. And Boimler's just a cowardly fuck. But I guess we find out next week, or this week, how that ends. We all know how it's going to end. Boimler's going to become a cuck, go back to Mariner, and just be Mariner's bitch for the entire season. I mean, he was literally going in the right direction for his career, and now he's going to go back to fucking Mariner to be a cuck. That's this show in a nut fucking shell. This was a joke of an episode. This is a joke of a series, and I'm fucking glad that nobody gives a fucking shit, because maybe they will listen to me and cancel this piece of crap. That's my review. If you like this review, give it a like. If you dislike this review, give it a dislike. And if you like my content, do think about subscribing. Hail the Phantom Menace, long live CG, and fuck SJWs. Bye.